Hey guys, this is Ivan with Overlooked ENT, and in today's video we're going to go through the basics of farming. Bam! Alright, so let's see. We will start with mushrooms. Two varieties, red and brown. Pretty much you can farm these, plant them down in dark areas. Otherwise, if it's not dark and the block is updated, for example, it'll pop out. Let's see. See? Unless it's mycelium. This stuff that you find in mushroom biomes, you can plant them in broad daylight and be fine. Another cool thing about mushrooms, and we will use bone meal for a lot of things here, is you can make them huge. Both mushrooms. This is probably the easiest way to like farm mushrooms, because once you break these blocks, you actually get a bunch of mushrooms out of them. You can only get this texture out of the mushrooms as of right now. So you can't get this one, you can't silk touch it, or this one. But if you do want to make yourself like a little mushroom house, you can use pistons to move these around. So in a very complicated way, you can actually maneuver this into a shape that you'd like. But yeah, mushrooms, you can harvest them, punch them. You can use water, whatever. Alright, here is wheat farm. Basically, to make wheat and melons and pumpkins, you have to till the ground. So you get your fanciest hoe and do that. After that, you can plant them down. If you can tell here though, it isn't hydrated, so it's like dying. You can actually beat it to the point that it would have been dehydrated, but if you plant it down, it'll grow, but it'll grow really slowly. This one here has a water block, so it's keeping them hydrated. I believe the range is like 3 or 4. I'm not all the way sure there. Also on this stuff here, you can walk on it, you can run on it, and it won't revert. But if you jump on it, then it'll make it dirt again, and you can plant on it. So yeah, let me show you basically seeds. You can get them out of punching tall grass. Also, I have a video I'm going to be posting about a flower and seed generator. You can use that for mass amounts of seeds. And pretty much once you harvest these, you will get either wheat or seeds back, or both. But there's different ways to harvest them. You can punch them. Also, bone meal makes everything grow instantly. So we will bone meal everything. Alright. So pretty much the main way people seem to harvest these, obviously you can punch them and it would give you the resource, or you can use water. Flowing water will break them apart. Keep in mind that if you're trying to make like a massive farm like this, there's a 200 dropped item limit, like entities, like those little floaty things. And if you go past that limit, then they'll just disappear. So don't make them extremely huge. And consider that there's other dropped items elsewhere. If the world's going, zombies died, become flesh, or same thing with skeletons. All those are taken into consideration. You can also harvest them with pistons. Here's one example. There's one underneath it. Another example. Yeah, so there's different ways to get your stuff. All right, moving on. Pumpkins and melons. You can only get melons from abandoned mine shafts, and they will you're able to place it down and use bone meal on it, but it won't actually make the block. It just gets a full grown, and then it'll eventually make one. It'll only grow onto dirt. So for example, I put stone here, cracked stone, so then that means that whenever these grew out and it was time for it to pop out a pumpkin, the only choice it had was this way. If this is grass, then could have gone either way. Let's see, you can harvest them. These will become melons, like melon slices. And these just become pumpkins. You can make jack-o'-lanterns out of them. Pumpkins are a horrible source of food. But yeah, there's different ways to harvest them. For example, right here I'll use, let me place down a melon. Oh, pumpkin. Pumpkin will do. So, same piston thing. Yeah, whatever you guys prefer. I guess this is kind of harvestable. Vines, they don't respawn, so once you kind of use them all up, if you knock down all the trees that have them, they're pretty much gone. but you can harvest them with shears. Again, it's creative, so it doesn't show it, but it would drop the actual, vine down, and then they'll regrow, so you can make yourself some little vine area if you like. All right, this here, cactuses, or cacti. Basically, they just need to be grown on sand, and they can't be like right next to each other. Basically, it just will not allow you to place it. Or if they grow and there's something like this, they'll just pop right out by themselves. So let me show you guys. See, they'll just pop out. So this is like one way to almost like auto harvest them. Just place a block up here. Once they grow 2, and then once they go to 3, they'll just pop right out. Dangerous farming stuff, though. They will hurt you. All right, we have a sugar cane. Basically, you can like punch them. Normally, just punch the middle one. It'll break everything above it, and it'll leave this to grow again. You can use pistons. Flowing water will get them to you. Or I personally don't really use pistons. It just kind of seems unnecessary. But if that's your thing, then feel free to do it. One tip, though, learned from my 6-year-old, is let's see, lily pads. Lily pads on actual like water source blocks will allow you to place them down. And so, for example, here, if you're gonna do the same thing, or if you're gonna just run and punch them all, at least now they won't go into the water. Now you can just pick them up. And to grow them, it basically has to be on sand, and the sand has to be touched by water from either side. If you place one sand here and then try to place it, it won't let you. All right, moving on. Cows. These give you milk, and obviously if you kill them, they'll give you food. But right now we'll milk them. All right, just left click on them, left trigger, bam, you have milk. Cures poison, makes cookies and whatnot, cakes, I think. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. All right. Then we have the mushrooms. I just found this out a couple weeks back from a guy on the forums. You can actually milk them kind of and make mushroom stew. So there, I left clicked them. There we go. It's apparently like awesome source of food, but they don't stack. So I'm left trigger. See, so it takes up an individual slot each time, which is why I personally don't really use them. But yeah, and you can also shear them and turn them back into a normal cow and harvest them for the mushrooms. Chickens, also food, and they drop eggs, which I know you need for cookies, I believe, and cake. Just kind of guessing there. And they drop an egg like every 5 to 10 minutes. But yeah, there's different ways to just kind of have a bunch of chickens maybe floating on water, and then have like a current and have an actual like egg drop off area, so you don't have to just kind of wait around. Sheep, let's see, 2 things you can do with sheep pretty much. You can dye them. Bam. Just make some dye. You can make them whatever color you like, and then you can shear them for the blocks, which is a lot better than killing them. Then he'll regrow purple wool, and then yeah, a bunch of purple wool blocks. And the piggy, this pig really is just food. You kill him, and then you got pork chops or bacon or whatever you want to call it. But today you will live, sir. Awesome, guys. That is pretty much the basics on farming. If you have any suggestions or any other questions or something that I didn't cover, I try to kind of do something quickly and just put together. But yeah, subscribe up top, like the video, and peace out, guys.